Alright, so welcome back. We are back with Gertrude. She is so excited to be here because we might have finally solved all of the Nesingwary base camp's issues. And finally, we should be able to hunt with Hemet. So, I think it's time to go and see what all of these people need us to do for them. So we're going to start over here with Buck. Buck Cantwell, what do you need? Dread Saber Mastery. Becoming a Predator. If you've hunted with Hemet before, you know that he's tested his skill against many large cats. But the Dread Sabers here in Sholazar are different. They're able to bring down larger game than I've ever seen a cat hunt. To overcome and kill such a predator is the mark of a true hunter. If you seek to prove that you are up to the challenge, test yourself against the Dread Sabers. They live in the wilderness surrounding the camp and south of the river. So he wants us to kill 15 of the Dread Sabers. Also, if you can hear a slightly irritating noise in the background, I am terribly sorry about it. It is actually very hot here, at least very hot for where I live, which is northern Michigan, and I have the ceiling fan on, and my ceiling fan's a little bit loud. So I do apologize for that if that is coming through on the audio. But despite all that, we persevere. Hemet, my man, my buddy, my dude, what would you like me to do? Rhino Mastery, the test. No rough landing is going to stop old Hemet from mastering the largest game that Sholazar has to offer. In the wilds northwest of the camp, the jungles are ruled by the mighty shardhorn rhino. You can prove your worth to the expedition by showing me that you're tough enough to face down those powerful beasts. So, 15 Dread Sabers, 15 rhinos. Drostin, what would you like?
What can I do for you?
Kick? What kick? So, you think you can shoot? Well, let's give it a try. Here, we'll start you out with something nice and gentle. Don't worry, it's got no kick at all. Remember now, don't point that gun at anything you don't intend to fire at. When you're ready, take aim at the apple on top of old Lucky's head and let her fly. Oh, okay, hold on. Lucky, are you a terribly rude human? No, you're a terribly rude gnome. All right, Lucky. Are you ready? Oh, my ear! You crazed my ear! Calm down, lad. It's just birdshot. I guess we didn't get it that time.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. He said that there was no kick. I don't think we got it yet. All right, try this again. Oh, good shot. We did it. Although I'm still seeing the apple on his head. And there's an apple over here. Interesting. All right, Drostin.
How are you?
I did the shooting. You're not a bad shot, but you'll get better with practice. How would you like to make a little wager? Well, I don't know. What are we betting? The Great Hunter's Challenge. So, you have something of a hunter's instinct. You're not a bad shot. And Hemet hasn't driven you out, so he must be planning on including you in the hunt. How'd you like to have a bit of competition? Just me and you. Hemet and the others will ask you to help in their hunting. Along the way, you and I will count up the kills that we contribute to their goals. Now, this isn't something that you can win in the blink of an eye, and you will find yourself killing many different kinds of creatures. Good luck. Alright, so he wants us to kill 60 game creatures while we are doing our hunting. Alright, anything else? I don't see anything else, so let's start hunting. You know, I don't think that I can do this particular set of quests without subconsciously, at least, searching for Loke. And if you don't know, Loke is the spirit beast, probably the first spirit beast that I ever actively hunted, and I spent so much time flying around Sholazar Basin. In fact, I was spending so many hours doing laps of Sholazar trying to find Loke that I think I switched my hunter from skinning and leatherworking over to mining, just because I figured I should probably be making some money while I was flying around Sholazar Basin for hours. So I would just do the laps and do all of the Sartanite mining and the occasional titanium node, and I actually made a lot of money. And finally, I think it was one day at like probably 2 or 3 in the morning, playing far too late at night, and there was Loke. And I think I still have Loke on that character. I don't really play that character anymore, but since she was my very first character that I ever got up to max level, I don't think I can ever delete her. I don't actually even play on that realm anymore, but darn it, she is still there. In fact, now I kind of want to go over and check her out, make sure everything's still on her that I still remember. You always have a fondness for your first characters. At least I do. Alright, we just need to find one more Dread Saber, and we will be golden. So actually, I was thinking about it, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about that first character that I made. And she wasn't the very first character I made. The very, 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 very first character I made was not even on my own account. One of my friends had just started playing World of Warcraft, and she was really into it, and this was probably within, I would say within the first month that WoW had been up and running, and her entire guild from a different RPG had all transferred over to World of Warcraft. And I went over to her house because my kids were friends with her kid. And she was like, you have to try this. You're gonna love it. It's absolutely the best. And I made a night elf rogue, and I don't even think I finished the first quest, because if you remember back in the day, World of Warcraft, you had no mini-map that was worth anything, nothing was explained, and I had never played an RPG before. So, needless to say, I was terrible, I hated it, I went back to my console gaming, and didn't even really think about World of Warcraft again until partway through the Burning Crusade, my oldest son started playing WoW. And I started watching him, and I was like, okay, this actually looks a lot better. But I didn't actually start playing it myself until it was right near the end of the Burning Crusade, and I made, again with that friend of mine, but she was at her house, I was at my house, I had an account, and I made I think it was a blood elf. I don't remember what class it was, but she babysat me all the way through the blood elf starting zone. But whatever class it was that I picked, and I wish I could remember what it was, also not the right fit for me. And then another one of my friends who also played but they played on the Alliance side, told me to try Hunter. And as you can tell, Hunter is still my favorite class. So I made a Draenei Hunter, and I loved her. I had so much fun with her. Her name is Lantra. Actually, on every realm I think that I play on, there is at least one character with that name of Lantra, which, if you didn't know, Lantra, I think it's Lantra Canadius, is the Latin name of my very favorite animal, other than cats. So if you know what Lantra Canadius actually is in English, drop it in the comments below, and then you'll know what my very favorite wild animal is. Anyway, also I'm kind of curious if you have memories that you would like to share of your first experiences with WoW. Maybe you actually had a better experience than me. I mean, it wasn't bad, but I did not have fun the very first time I played World of Warcraft. Alright, Hemet, I have killed your rhinos. Well, well, well. It looks like you've survived the rhinos after all, and in pretty good shape if I do say so myself. But there's more to rhino hunting than just staring down the beast as it charges you and hoping that your aim is true. No. You'll need more than that to take on the Rhino Patriarch that's rumored to dwell in the jungle. Ah, so we're after somebody big. Rhino Mastery, the chase. Well, that's settled then. We'll seek out a native sage, and we will have a word with him. He's not likely to volunteer his services, though. I am told that he keeps a small lean-to near the bones of Nazron, just across the river to the south. Seek out the sage, introduce yourself, and ask what he requires to help us track down the Patriarch of the Rhinos. All right, I can do that. I can do that, no problem. And Buck, I have killed all the kitty cats. Well, you've proven yourself a capable hunter. But how are you as a tracker? I don't know. Dreadsaber Mastery, stalking the prey. I've heard that the natives tell stories of a large dreadsaber that they call Shango. I haven't seen any evidence of this Shango's existence, but my injuries have kept me from venturing outside of the camp. You know, he always has an excuse, doesn't he? If you fancy yourself something of a tracker, you might be able to find out the truth about Shango. Debar said that she saw some big tracks on her last outing. Go north from the camp, towards the Bittertide Lake, and search its southern shore for prints. Alright.
For the Alliance.
We have to go find some paw prints. Also, it looks like we have a few more quests. Alright, the ship's cook. A steak fit for a hunter.
Go forth to victory.
Sometimes there's nothing worse than a camp full of hunters. They're also busy taking down prey animals that the only meat I get is tough and stringy. That's hardly the kind of thing that you want to come home to after a long day on the hunt. Lucky for us, though, there is a source of tender, succulent meat nearby. To the south of the river and the camp live the long-necked grazers. They are perfect meat for our hungry hunters. Bring me back the best cuts of meat, and we will properly toast our comrades. So he wants 5 grazer steaks. All right. What do you want, Mr. Grimboo's Thunder Brew? To make lemonade? Or some make lemonade, some make liquor. Life has tossed me a cartload of lemons this time. When the ship ran aground, the kegs carrying my best brew burst. All we have now are a few bottles of rum, and that won't sustain a thirsty expedition. We need to get some booze cooking, and we need to get it done fast. The trees in the wild growth mangle to the east seem laden with fruit, but it's too high for me to reach. Look for good strong vines and see if you can use it to shake some of the fruit out of the trees. Bring me back whatever you find.
Very good.
Oh, I hate this quest. I mean, it's not a bad quest, but still. Only because it's random. Crocolus Mastery, the trial. I warn you, stranger. Do not make any comments about crashing the ship. I already get enough of it from the rest of the expedition. Draenei, can't drive, am I right? If you're looking to try your hand at hunting, though, you should test your skills against the wily Mongol crocolisks. They live all along the river to the south and in the wild growth Mongol to the east. Prove that you can hold your own against them and we'll talk again. All right. Well, we have lots of things to do now. All right, well, this must be the sage. It is Oracle Suram. What brings you to Ram's shrine? Well, you see, Hemet wants to track down the patriarch of the rhinos. We not know you, stranger, but we know you want something. We will talk to the bones of Nazaron for you, but you must bring us offerings. We need powerful Emperor Cobra fangs to complete the Oracle's necklace. Go to the wild growth mangle northeast of our hut, find cobras, and bring back the best fangs. Then we will make the bones speak to you. Alright, gotta kill some more critters. Good thing that there are so many of them. Alright, so I see our first vine with a crocodile guarding it, but you know, we needed to kill some crocodiles anyway, so that's not a big deal. Here we go. Let's see what kind of fruit we get. We need 1 orange, 2 bunches of bananas, and a papaya. And we got an orange. Yay! Good job, us. Hopefully we can also kill some more crocodiles and find all of our fruit. And eventually get a few more of the tender grazer steaks because the drop rate on them is absolute garbage. I've managed to get 3 and that has been it so far. So let's venture down into the mangle. Look, there's some sartanite. It just makes me want to mine it. Unfortunately, Gertrude is a leather worker, not a miner. Another vine, another chance, and you know, you gotta feel bad for poor Monty. Oh, well, a dwarf fell out. Okay. I could really use a papaya. Hey, that works. She had a papaya in her backpack. Let's check this vine. Maybe there's another handy dwarf on it. It was just a useless papaya. I think I saw another vine over here, hopefully not being guarded by anything. Let's check this one. Yep, and it was another papaya, but that's okay because there was also a cobra. I feel like I'm going to be looking for bananas. I should have asked for a bunch of bananas. Alright, well, after far too long of messing about, I have finally gotten all of the bananas. I have completed killing 60 game animals. I have gotten my intact cobra fangs. I just need to kill 1 more crocolisk and get a couple more steaks, and we're getting there. So let's head back and at least turn in our lovely, lovely cobra fangs. Oh, but actually I see a crocolisk in the way. So we're going to take him out as we head back to Suran and see what he wants us to do next. So after killing far more long-necked grazers than I care to admit, I actually finished that on our way to the Oracle. We must know. Did you bring the fangs? Yes, yes, I did. The oracle inspects the fangs. We approve! Bones of Nazron will speak to Gertrude. Yay! That was a lot of work for just some bones. Bones of Nazron, Oracle Suran sends Gertrude to you. We have prepared incense for you. Light it and place it near Nazron's head, and you will hear his voice. Confused, you tell Suran that you haven't even told him your question. True, we not know your question, but mighty Nazron does. Do not doubt, Nazron will answer your heart's questions. Go, go. Nazron must not wait. Okay, if you say so, my dude, we will go to this creepy not statue, bunch of bones, and we will light this weird incense that you've given us. Might have to kill a few kitties along the way, but you know. Gertrude doesn't mind. At least we don't have to kill any more of these grazers, since we've gotten all of those we need. Let's see what the oracle has to say. Alright. Ooh. Spooky. So the oracle has decided to aid you, Outlander. Very well. I will offer you what I know. Your companion speaks the Shardhorn patriarch, Farin, who holds himself aloof from his brothers. Farin walks the lands of the north, of what your people call the Bittertide Falls. You will find him alone, but you will see he requires no defenders. Return to your companion and tell him to go forth and claim his prize. Once he has done so, tell him to leave this land in peace. He does not belong here. I don't think that they like Mr. Nesingwary here. It's kind of funny. Sort of connected to the Hemet Nesingwary quests are the Dita quests that are out in the Borean tundra. Only in those, Hemet Nesingwary is the enemy, and it's a whole bunch of Cenarian circle types who are opposing everything that Hemet Nesingwary and his big game hunters are doing, and you have to help defeat Hemet's henchmen, as it's called. And it's actually really hilarious because there's a bunch of wanted posters, and if you actually kill anything in the Borean tundra, you will be marked with the blood of the innocent, and any of the Dita members will attack you on sight. It does make an interesting little contrast to all of the Nesingwary kill-em-all quests. Alright, Mr. Nesingwary. Hemet listens as you describe what you learned. Way to go, lass. No dead rhino tells Hemet Nesingwary where and what he can hunt. We'll show that heap of bones.
See you soon.
Now that we know where to find Farin, all that remains is the battle against the great beast. Are you ready to take on this rhino, Gertrude? For all the spirit's blustering, I'm certain that it was telling the truth about the beast's strength. When you're ready to face him, head north, past the sun-touched pillar, and look for Farin to the northeast shore of the Bittertide Lake. It may even venture near the glimmering pillar. Bring back its horn to commemorate your kill. All right. Good thing I have to go that way anyway soon. All right. And we have killed your crocolisk, Debar.
Blessings upon you.
Impressive, hunter. Are you certain you're not a member of the expedition? No, I'm certain of it. There would have been a crash joke in there somewhere.
Be kind to those less
The
fortunate.
Mangle Crocolisk is a master at ambush, and I intend to beat the beast at its game. To do that, we'll need to construct a convincing camouflage for you. We will use plants that grow in the sandy soil of the riverbanks around the lake and beaches. The sand fern is best for this purpose. It grows in the sandy areas near the shores of the sea breach flow just to the south. Also, Bittertide Lake and Bittertide Falls to the north, and the edges of River's Heart, the large lake beyond the Mangle to the east. So we need to get you some plants. Got it. And Drostin, I
What's
have
on
killed
your
all of the animals. So, you've come to concede? Drostin's jaw drops as you tell him that you've already made all your kills. No! How in Azeroth did you do that? I just killed my 58th. So close. Fair's fair, though. I underestimated you, Gertrude, but you've earned this victory fair and square. Oh, and our first helm. We're going to look even more like a mismatched fool now.
Keep your
But you know
feet on
what?
the ground.
Let's put it on. There we go. Let's see, how do we look here? Oh, our armor. I feel like I am definitely playing vanilla. You know what? That's fine, though. Come on, Gertrude. You know what? Let's turn into the cook. Hello, Mr. Cook. I have gotten your stupid steaks. Did you get the steaks? I got the
May your
steaks.
blades never dull.
Now that's a meal. If anything good came of the shipwreck, it's got to be that we have been spared eating nothing but salt beef for the next month. Thank you, Gertrude. You're welcome, I guess. And you. Your fruit was a pain in my rear.
Interest you on a pint?
Did you have luck winning any of the fruit from those darn tall, stringy trees? Kind of.
Watch your back.
Well, it's a better assortment than I would have expected from this place. Now the important question, can we distill it into anything drinkable? We better get started.
Off with you.
Now that we have the raw materials, I've had my assistant get the still ready. He'll oversee the process, but I want you to help keep everything under control. You might be tempted to think that we just throw everything into the still and let it sit, but you would be wrong. Ingredients and heat need to be added at certain times and the pressure regulated at others. You will have no more than 10 seconds to react to the situation. Speak with Tipsy McGammus when you're ready to start the distilling. Alright, let's make some booze, man. First thing I definitely know is, Siri, go over there so you're not in my way. Thank you. I have to actually be able to reach all of the things. Alright, Tipsy. I am ready to start. Beginning in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Add an orange. 1 orange. Good job. What else does this booze need? Come on, Tipsy. Add another orange. Oh, it's going to be very, very orangey liquor. Sounds good, though. Orange-flavored rum. Up, needs some heat. There we go. Heat. Let's cook our oranges. I am ready for anything there, Tipsy. Up, put a papaya in. All right. 1 papaya. Orange papaya rum. What do we need now? Up, pressure's too high. Open the valve. Well done. That's right. I am a brewmaster. Or something. I hope we use the bananas. They were definitely a pain in my rear to get. Alright, we've got the pressure just right. The heat seems fine. We've got orange. We've got papaya. Up, another orange. Alright. So, I gathered the bananas for nothing? Maybe the bananas are for... Up, another papaya. Maybe the bananas are for Hemet's monkey. I know he has a monkey in at least one of the camps. Needs more heat. We gotta cook that papaya down. I feel like this quest used to be much faster paced. Oh, and that's it. We seriously did not use the bananas. Do you know how long I searched for those bananas? Oh my gosh. That almost angers me. But we have your
Here they are.
wonderful, wonderful Thunder Brew punch.
Off with you.
Grimboozle gives the cask a shake. There's something in here, but the million gold question is, can you drink it? Don't you go anywhere. You will be responsible for overseeing the sampling of the product as well. All
Very good.
right. And now for the moment of truth. I always wanted to say that. Normally, I would debut a new drink at a banquet, but we can't have a banquet in the middle of the jungle. Instead, just take samples to a few trusted friends and return with their comments. Let's see. We will definitely want Hemet's opinion and Hardius Harlow's. They're both here in camp. Then you'll want to head over to the lakeside landing near the center of the basin and offer Tamara Wobblesprocket a taste. Okay. Well, let's get the
Watch Shatterback.
two tests here out of the way. Also, if you did not know, and this is not someone that needs a sample, but if you did not know and you're a hunter and you would like to have your pet learn a few wonderful techniques, the best of which is fetch, Marden Thunderhoof here, he will sell Aspect of the Chameleon, fetch, and play dead for your pet and the Hunter's Call toy. So if you did not know that, those are here. I am definitely teaching Siri to fetch because it is one of the more useful skills for your pet to have. Speaking of my pet, sorry about that, Siri. Come on. You can come back. Let's just go back to please follow. There we go. Good. And I just heard... Okay, so it is very late at night here, and you probably didn't hear it because of the fan, but there are just goose honking out on the lake.
Hello.
The weird things you hear. Hey,
Safe
Hemet,
travels.
I would like to offer you a test of this wonderful brew. Care to try it? I'll try it. What do you think of it, Hemet? Ooh, that's exactly what I needed. That'll put hair on your chest like nothing else will. Alright, Hemet likes it. Let's go see what Hardius thinks here. Mr. Stablemaster, what do you think? Care to try some of the new Jungle Punch? I'm always up for something of Grimboozle's. And so far it tastes like something my wife would drink. Oh, but then he falls down. Now there's the kick that I've come to expect. I like it. Awesome. Alright, well, let's go gather some sand ferns, track Shango, and maybe see if we can find Farin. So it's not Loke, but I do see King Crush up ahead. So maybe we will see if we can tame King Crush, which means we have to get Siri out of the way. And then I think this should still work here. Let's target old King Crush and put a freezing trap down. Once he is close, there we go, let's freeze. Alright, now that he is frozen, we should be able to tame him without getting killed. Oh, he loves us, and he is now... Oh, we have a new pet. We're gonna call him Crushy. Come on, Crushy. I think King Crush might have been one of the very first rares that I ever got. Ironically enough, while I was looking for Loke. And up ahead, I see a track. Let's examine this. These aren't Shango's tracks. Well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? What about this one? Nope, not Shango's tracks either. It's a good thing there are tracks all over. Otherwise, I would worry. We're just going to be looking at footprints all day. Ah, we got one. 2 more and we'll be golden. And we can also get some of these nice ferns here. Huzzah! Alright, with all of Shango's tracks identified and our sand ferns collected, it is time to see if we can take on Farin the Rhino. We just have to find him. He should be in this area somewhere. There he is. Alright, let's take on this big old rhino. Come on, Crushy. We got this. Alright, well, Farin went down easy. I guess that's not too bad. So, I guess it's time to head back and tell old Hemet that the big rhino went down like a sack of potatoes. So, maybe now it's time for a little bit more. Alright. I think we've gotten everything that everybody wanted, at least mostly everything.
One wish.
So, Debar, did you bring all the ferns? I brought all the
Remain
ferns.
vigilant.
Debar accepts the sand fern from you and starts bending them around your body. Yes, this should work. Stand still. We'll make a bush out of you yet. That
Seek the
sounds a
path
little
of
bit
the
weird,
light.
Debar. The largest crocolisk in the basin, known around here as Bushwhacker for his ambush prowess, likes to sun himself in the shallow waters of River's Heart. It's the large lake at the basin's center, and it's to the east of our camp. I want you to take the camouflage that I prepared and hide on the western beach of River's Heart and ambush Bushwhacker when he shows himself. Bring back his mighty jaws if you overcome him. Alright. I
May
guess
your
I
days
can
be
do that.
long and your hardships.
And Buck, I found tracks. Buck listens as you recount your findings. I think that you may have found the proof that we need about this Shango, and I think I have an idea where we can find him. Awesome.
See you around.
And we leveled up. Shango awaits. If you have succeeded in your tracking, he will not know that you stalk him, and you will need that advantage. He's supposed to be bigger, stronger, and more ferocious than the other dread sabers. Travel north to the western shore of Bittertide Lake and near the falls that feed it, and do battle with Shango. If you succeed, bring back his pelt. Alright. Kitty tracking again. And Hemet,
Great to meet you.
Farin was not any issue. So, you know what?
Be good.
Did you kill the beast? Yes, I did.
See you soon.
An astounding trophy from an amazing animal. Gertrude, I have been hearing rumors of an even bigger, more ferocious game in the northern reaches of the basin, and I would like you to help us track it down.
Safe travels.
All right. When the trouble with the venture company started, I asked Marvin Wobblesprocket and his wife Tamara to take their flying machines east to the River's Heart. I asked them to set up a small camp there so that we could use them as a relay to fly in supplies and survey the area. They should have arrived by now and started setting up. River's Heart is near the center of the basin where the rivers converge. Search for the lakeshore landing on the northeast shore. Marvin mentioned it would be the best spot. All right.
Be good.
Well, that is going to actually be next week's, but before that, we need to finish off and go get Shango, and we also need to get Bushwhacker. So before we do that, though,
How are
let's
you?
turn this into Tamara. Hemet sent you. We were just about to let him know that we've gotten things up and running here. Please forgive Marvin if he seems to be ignoring you. He gets very, very, very absorbed in his work.
Have a good one.
Huh, so she is actually married to the gnome. Interesting. I don't think I ever noticed that. But
Hey there.
along with that, Tamara, I have a taste test for you. Care to try some of the Grimboozle's new punch? Sure. What do you think, Tamara? Oh my. Tastes like I'm drinking engine degreaser. Oh, well, I mean, engine degreaser could be good. You never know. Alright, let's see if we can ambush Bushwhacker. Now, I do remember back in the day, this quest gave me fits. Because getting the right spot was always so hard for me. So let's see if I'm any better at it than I used to be. I know you have to be at exactly the right spot at this stupid log to set up your camouflage. So let's give this a try. Alright, is this it? Nope, requires the fallen log. Oh, there we go. I'm at the fallen log and I am a bush. And I'm being ambushed. No! Alright, come on. Ah, I have to be facing him. No, Bushwhacker was actually harder than Farron. Come on, Crushy. We got this. There we go. We did it! Yay! Oh, I can't skin him. That's sad. Alright, all we have to do now is get Shango. Alright, Shango should be 100 yards ahead of us. I really do enjoy the quality of life changes that have come to World of Warcraft, not the least of which is the absolutely wonderful mini-map and directional arrows, because I get lost really easy. I also don't see Shango anywhere. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Where you at, bud? Hopefully nobody else has been here and killed you. I am playing on a very, very quiet realm, so hopefully. Oh, he's still this way. Alright. Well, he's got to be here somewhere. Where you at, kitty cat? Oh, I see him. There he is. Oh, he's pretty. I almost feel bad about this one. But a quest is a quest. And down he went. Alright. Let's go turn all this in and see what Hemet's going to want us to do next week. You know, as I make my way through Sholazar Basin, killing things for Hemet Nesingwary, it occurs to me that maybe Hemet Nesingwary is a necessary thing in the weird biodiversity of World of Warcraft, because I see absolutely no lessening of the wildlife density of this area, despite the fact that I have killed darn near everything around. Alright, Mr. Grimbooze, I conducted your taste test. 2 out of 3 drinkers agree, eh? Not bad for a first try, not bad at all. I suppose I'll have to whip something else up for Tamara by way of apology. Now, what should we call this? We seem to be calling it Kungulash.
Off with you.
Tasty. At least we got some gold. And
The
Debar,
Naru have not
I
forgotten us.
have done it. I have gotten you
Favor the
Bushwhacker's
road
jaw.
traveled by few.
Debar listens as you describe the failure of the disguise. What did you mean our plan didn't work as intended? Well, you did manage to get the kill, to your credit. Look at the size of this jaw. Hemet will be proud of our efforts. This crocolisk was truly a monster.
May your days
Yes,
be long
yes
and
it
your
was.
hardships
And
few.
thank you for the beautiful ring. I always like to get them. And you, Buck, who, as usual, stayed in camp.
What can I do for you?
Yes, I have taken on Shango.
See you later.
What an exquisite pelt from such a noble animal. It heartens me to see that the rumors about Shango were true. Your pursuit of the creature has been flawless. You are a true huntsman.
Have a good
I
one.
guess I am. And I got some new shoulders. Yay! I am now a true mismatched queen. And that is where we're going to leave it, because Hemet is going to be sending us off in search of bigger and better prey. So, from Gertrude, who is looking more and more mismatched as our questing goes on. Oh yeah, she is a sight to behold. But from Gertrude and Crushy, our brand new dinosaur. I don't care if he's a raptor, he is definitely a dinosaur in my heart. Have a absolutely fantastic week, and we are going to finish this quest chain up next Tuesday. So until then, have an awesome weekend, and I will see you later.